another movie that is with A24, although it's one that they picked up here at Sundance because they saw it too and they knew they had something special on their hands. It is Talk to Me, the new film from Danny and Michael Philippou, the RackaRacka boys on YouTube.
A good YouTube movie of the fest.
Yeah, it's a good YouTube movie of the fest. Their videos are very uncomfortable and messed up, and they've clearly channeled a lot of that energy into this exciting horror movie about a group of teenagers who use an embalmed hand to conjure spirits and then get hooked on the thrill.
Yup.
There's so much to dive into with a movie like this and the ways that it plays on young people and social activities, and especially the posting and popularizing of those like trends through social media videos, the daring nature of it all. But I think the thing that we all responded to was just how viscerally we felt the horror of this film.
Yes. I watched it when you guys saw Fair Play, so I was here alone. And I was like, I went upstairs to do something. I was like, I'm going to go back downstairs now. Like, it's just one of those, and the ending, like, I can't tell you what happened, but it commits in a way that you're like, oh my God, when you realize what happened. So if you're looking for the visceral experience of the festival, like, this is the one. This is the one that's going to have those scenes where you're kind of like, oh God, oh my God, oh God. There's one scene, I actually couldn't look at the scene. And that doesn't, and that's the best part, because if you're not into that kind of stuff, you just don't look at the screen, but you're still, swept into it. So I easily recommend.
Even if you don't look at the screen, the sound design is freaking
disgusting. The whole time I'm like,
whips, there are pans, there are squishes, and it delivers. This is one of the best horror movies to come out. We've been getting a lot of great horror movies. In January. I don't know what was up with the studios, but they were actually blessing us. They have blessed us with something bigger here. You said A24 picked it up, which is great for them.
It is.
But it's better for A24 because they finally have a legitimate hit on their hands. It's already premiered at places, so we already knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
But we saw this at home. And we wanted to be in a theater so bad. Like, it's coming out at South by, and that's where we want to rewatch it. It's a movie where the camera work just...
it's so good.
It just impacts you. There's a really good bit, making of in the behind the scenes.
Some clips in it.
But so on top of that, you just have a solid story. It's not just the teenage angst of it. You also have these kind of like ripples of characters who have baggage that is now kind of intertwining with this, ritual. But the lore is just sick. This is something where you don't need a sequel. It's perfect on its own. Where you'd be dumb to not want to do a follow-up of some sort. So Talk to Me, easily one of the best of the fest. Yeah,
it is a nasty film. It is a film that is pretty mean, but in a way that like is you feel and it is exciting in a twisted sense.
Yeah, like I'm fidgeting thinking of certain scenes right now. I'm like, oh my gosh.
A lot of anticipation too, because they get to a point where they don't need to show you the violence. They just know. Like, there are certain points where the characters are seeing something, they don't have to show it to you, and that almost makes it scarier because they went all out on the previous one. They're really good. They're really smart. Yeah. The fact that they came, as Zach was mentioning, I had showcased to him the Ronald McDonald clips, and I'm only playing like a little bit because we scared a lot of people with this. It is some of the creepiest stuff about Ronald McDonald just gone wild. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Y'all can search that up. If you've seen these guys on YouTube, it is, I commend them. Congrats on making it, not just the Sundance, but with an actual great film. Not good, great.
But the thing is, like, you can tell they're filmmakers, right? They're it's not just a story or just an attitude. It's every element of the production is really working really well. The makeup in this movie is extremely creepy and extremely effective.
We can tell about that. It's great all around, dude.
Yeah. And just touching on the A24 thing, this is like not the type of movie you would typically expect them to pick up.
It's not their elevated horror.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, again, that's good for them.
They take a movie, they oversell it. Yeah. They're going to have to undersell it.
Yeah.
All really excited about this movie. Hope it gets into audiences' hands sooner rather than later.
Let's go!
It's definitely the best horror movie we saw here. So talk to me. Keep that one on your radar.